Hello everyone. So I've been trying to make another video for the past few days and a lot of them ended up being just not very good. So I haven't posted any of them. But today I'm just going to do it. So today I am very tired. It's nice because, well, today I don't work at all. I haven't mentioned to you guys, and that's what I've been wanting to do by making those other videos. I got a second job. So instead of just working at Big Lots, I also work at Chick-fil-A. And so that's been good. At first it was really stressful because I haven't really been officially trained. So I know how to do some of the things, and it was just frustrating because I felt like I was just standing there the whole time. But I'm learning, and things are going really well there. So I'm very excited about that. So I don't work today at all. It was annoying because I had to work yesterday on Thanksgiving. Big Lots apparently is only every single day it's open except Christmas Day. And so Thanksgiving, we were open from 7 a.m. to, 7 to 1 a.m. So I had to work 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. So that was not very fun, but it went by pretty fast. So yesterday was good. My parents, I wasn't able to have dinner with them because they're out of town. So I had dinner with my sister and some of her in-laws. So that was fun. And yeah, so seizure-wise, I haven't had any since, well, I hadn't had any since since the last video where I started having them at work, which is good. But yesterday, I don't know, I felt really weird yesterday. Today, I woke up and I was fine. Sorry. I was fine, but I decided to ride my bike over to my parents' house to visit my cats and kind of just relax over here. And I just kept having seizures, but I never go in the street. I just stay on the sidewalk. But it's just annoying because I would have them and just kind of my head would just be hurting and I would kind of feel, my not out of body feeling, but it was as if I could feel almost it's almost like I traded bodies with the people around me, and this makes no sense probably to you guys, but it was like I traded bodies with the people around me and I could feel them watching me and see what they see or something. It's kind of a lot of the time, it's not just me, I've heard of other people who feel this way too. When you have a grand mal seizure, sometimes certain people can, it feels like an out-of-body feeling, like you're watching yourself have a seizure, you're above your body watching yourself. That happens to me all the time, whenever I have them. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's hard to explain how a seizure feels, and people ask me and I try and explain it to the best of my ability, but it's difficult. Anyway, so yeah, I had to get off my bike a couple times because my VNS, my head was already hurting, and my VNS, this never happens, but since I had been having seizures, my head was really hurting and I had to get off my bike because I couldn't breathe very well, and then my VNS was going off too, so I just got off my bike for a little while and walked, and then rode my bike, and it was scary. And I kept having seizures in front of, like, the elementary school, and I could, like, it's break right now, so there aren't, like, kids, but there were some, I think it was, like, soccer practice for, like, a few kids, and so I thought I felt them looking at me. It was weird. And so now I have a really bad headache, and I took a seizure stopper pill, and that's good. I haven't had any for a while now, since I got here. And I also ate some food. And I'm washing the the dishes, because my mom did not wash them before she left 3 or 4 days ago, and they stink. So, and I also have some water bottles in there I want, so. I am so tired. Like, I'm thinking about taking a nap. It's 4:15, but I don't know, I'm watching Catfish right now. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Hulu, and it's basically about this guy Neve and his crew. They go around, they get emails from, like, Neve gets emails from people who need their help, so, like, let's see if I can explain it. So, people meet people online, and you never know if it's the person you think you're talking to. Sometimes they say there's someone, but they're really, like, an older person, or they're, like, a girl, and they're not who you think they're talking to. So what they do is they try and debunk the whole thing and try and figure out if it is who they're talking to, and then they get them to meet them. And it's actually a really good show. So if you ever need just, like, a show to relax to and you have Hulu, you should watch Catfish. And it's nice because it's not stressful, so if you're really stressed out but you just want something in the background, you don't have to, like, sit there and pay attention to every single detail, because it's kind of just in general, and you know what's kind of going on without having to listen to every single word. So, yeah. I was gonna go over to my sister's house tonight to watch a movie at like 7. But I'm watching Catfish, and so maybe after Catfish I will decide to take a nap. I'm really tired. I have a headache, and I get so tired. Like, I'm already tired, and when I have seizures, it makes it 10 times worse. No matter what size the seizure is. You know what? It's been yesterday was exactly 2 months since about almost exactly 3 months, 3 months ago, it was the 3-year mark of when I got my VNS. And I was gonna make a video about that whole thing, like the anniversary, but I never did. But I'm actually, like, it's so weird because I remember not having the VNS, but at the same time, it's kind of weird because I'm so used to it. Honestly, sometimes, even though I'm so grateful to have the VNS, sometimes I get mad. I get mad because, like, it's just in weird times, like when I'm in weird moods. But sometimes I get mad because when I got the VNS, I expected all my seizures. Like, I knew that there was, like, a percentage of people who completely were seizure free after they got it. Then there were some who, you know, like, a huge percentage of their seizures went down. And then, I was hoping that mine would go away completely. And I was so excited. But that's not how it worked. So sometimes I get so mad because even though the VNS has helped, like, tremendously, they're not all gone. And it makes me so mad sometimes because I've gone through so much in my life. All of you have, okay? Epilepsy is so underrated. People just, they don't even, when they think of epilepsy, first of all, a lot of people don't even know what it is. Second of all, when people think of epilepsy, if they do know what it is, they think, oh, seizures, like those big seizures where they fall on the ground, foaming mouth, thrashing around. But it's like, okay, yeah, some people have those seizures, and yeah, I've had grand mal seizures. Those are a type of seizure, but that's not the only seizure that is out there. That is a grand mal seizure. There are other seizures, simple partial seizures, complex partial, petit mal, absent seizures, all these different kinds of seizures. And people don't understand that. And so grand mal seizures are pretty much all the same, right? Like, they look pretty much the same. Fall on the ground, shake, or you just are in someone's lap, or you're on the couch or something. In my case, I've had that happen several times on the couch. And but then when it comes to like simple partials or complex partials, those look different on everyone pretty much. And so when people see you have those, they don't even realize they're seizures. So a lot of the time when I have those, I've told you guys, but like when I used to have complex partials where I used to clench my fist and then twist and turn and just freeze, people would just stare at me like, what is that girl doing? Like, and I'll tell you, it just lowered my self-esteem. Simple partials, I don't do the twisting anymore, but I do stare off into space and I clench my fist sometimes. Sometimes I keep talking, but I'll end up repeating the same thing. And so it's just ridiculous because even if they're seizures, but they're different for everyone. And so you can't just be like, oh, I have seizures. Well, you can say that, but if you say that, then they'll be confused because it didn't look like a seizure. But what does a seizure look like then? It looks like a grand mal seizure. Is that the only type of seizure that people can have? I guess so, with everyone in the world thinking that. At Chick-fil-A, my first day working there, just like a week and a half ago, I've been really stressed, and I was standing there looking at food, and I was gonna bring some out to the people or something, I don't know. And the daughter of, like, she's not the owner, but close to the owner, she's like the store manager. The daughter, like, I was freezing kind of, and then she's like, oh, Mom, Sarah's having a seizure. And so, like, the girl, she held her arm, like, around me to make sure I was okay, making sure I wasn't falling. Later I found out that, because when I was, like, with Margie, the lady, she made me watch some videos, and she said, okay, one more thing. So, do you have seizures? And I said, yeah, I do. And so I explained it to her. And she said that her husband, he died, but he used to have grand mals. And then her daughter has, like, petit mals. So she understands, like, somewhat. So that's good, but the thing is, I don't know why. Sorry, guys, I'm ranting on and on. It just drives me crazy. I'm so tired of seizures. I'm so tired of them. I'm tired of having to explain them to people. I'm tired of my self-esteem having gone down little by little over the years because of it. I'm it's just, I know I'm strong. I know I've learned from it, but I'm just, oh, it's just so stressful. It's something we have to deal with. It's a trial that we have to deal with. But it, at least for me, it, like, you get used to it, but it never gets any easier, at least for me. It's still hard. You still have to deal with the people watching you and not necessarily making fun of you, but sometimes they do. And they'll make fun of, just like random people will say, oh yeah, I'm having a seizure, woo, yeah. And I'll just sit there like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you need to shut up, because there are people who have seizures, and that is not funny. Okay, you do not make fun of people who have epilepsy. Don't make fun of people with seizures. Or people who say, oh, he's so bipolar. The thing is, no, I know people personally who have bipolar. And you know what? It's not something you joke about. You don't just say, oh, he's so bipolar. Like, okay, yeah, maybe the person is emotionally, something's going on. And so maybe that day he is having a hard time. Maybe he's having a hard time, then the next day he's okay. But you don't just call someone bipolar, because there are people who actually have bipolar, and you don't make fun of them. So you don't do those things. Or when you say, oh, I'm getting Alzheimer's, or like, I mean, this one's not as popular, but I'm getting Alzheimer's, or like if they're making fun of, if they are forgetting something, and they say, oh, I'm getting Alzheimer's. And it's like, come on. No, you're not. You're like 10 years old. You're 20. You're not getting Alzheimer's, and you don't make fun of people just because you have a bad memory, okay? I know someone who has Alzheimer's too, or had, and that was it's an awful, awful thing, and don't make fun of it, okay? Stop making fun of people, alright? It hurts, okay? And I'm not telling you guys, like, to stop, because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But, like, my subscribers, you guys are awesome, okay? And I know none of you would ever do that. But just the other people in the world, just stop. People have feelings, all right? You don't make fun of people. It hurts. When people make fun of you? Anyway, I am so sorry for this long video. It's 18 minutes, and I'd like to go take a nap now. Sorry you had to hear that. But thanks for watching, if you made it through the whole video. I don't know. I feel like that had to be said. But thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and get another video out soon. I like doing them once a week. So, thank you guys. I love you all. Bye.